Give me fuel, give me fire, give me double shot of time.
NASCAR has returned to the birthplace of speed, Daytona International Speedway, for the running of the Pepsi 400. Hey there guys, Mikey here, and it's time to kick off the second half of the NASCAR Thunder 2003 Let's Play season in prime time under the lights here at Daytona, a 2.5-mile track where names like Petty, Pearson, Yarborough, Gordon, and Earnhardt have celebrated victory here on the sport's grandest stage. Tonight, 43 drivers and teams have gathered to take part in one of stock car racing's greatest challenges. It's NASCAR on McBlam Racing, and it's time to go trackside for the command and the starting lineup.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Here's the starting lineup. Starting out front are the CarQuest car and the 40 car. Dale Earnhardt Jr., the NASCAR Winston Cup points leader, will start in 4th place. Starting the race from row 3 are the Haviland Ford and the Alltel Ford. The 4th row has the Mark Martin Ford and the 24 car. Starting the race from row 5 will be the 29 car and the Lowe Chevrolet. In row 6, we have the 98 car and the Team Rusty Ford. Starting from row 7 will be the Motorcraft Ford and the Citgo Ford. In the 8th row are the 136 car and the 30 car. In the 9th row, we have the 63 car and the Home Depot Pontiac. In the 10th row are the Rubbermaid Ford and the Caterpillar Dodge. Starting the race from row 11 are the Square D Chevrolet and the Tide Ford. The 12th row has the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet and the UPS Ford. Starting the race from row 13 will be the M&M's Pontiac and the DeWalt Power Tools Ford. In row 14, we have the Kodak Chevrolet and the Pennzoil Chevrolet. Starting from row 15 will be the 46 car and the Sprint Dodge. In the 16th row are the Kellogg Chevrolet and the Dodge Dealers UAW Dodge. In the 17th row are the 26 car and the Singular Wireless Chevrolet. In the 18th row are the Valvoline Pontiac and the Target Dodge. Starting the race from row 19 are the 16 car and the 107 car. The 20th row has the 25 car and the Dodge Dealers UAW Dodge. Starting the race from row 21 will be the 143 car and the 27 car. And finally, starting from the rear of the field will be the Sirius Satellite Radio Dodge.
Alright guys, 20 straight races to decide the NASCAR Thunder 2003 Series Championship begins now as the leaders head down into the Tri-Oval. 40,000 fans on their feet as the Pepsi 400 goes green on McBlam Racing.
The 40 car, to the 5.
First lap complete as we are followed closely by Bobby Labonte down into turn 1. But here's Dale Jr., the Pied Piper of Daytona, works his way to the inside of Bobby Labonte for second place. Sterling Marlin pushes him along in the draft. Working both lines, we've worked our way back up to pick up Bobby Labonte. Dale Jr. falls back as Bobby Labonte is followed closely by Ricky Rudd. Coming into turns 3 and 4 to complete the second lap. Here comes Ricky Rudd making his way into the second spot. Trying a little bit different strategy this time around. As we're trying to run lines that are a little bit different from the rest of the pack in hopes of breaking the draft. As you see, we'll come off turns 1 and 2 and we'll stay along the bottom. That hopefully won't let Ricky Rudd catch the draft off of us. But here comes Sterling Marlin. Marlin's battling back up into the second place position, followed closely by Dale Jr. As we come off turns 3 and 4, headed into the tri-oval to complete lap 4. Ooh, got on the apron a little bit there, got a little loose. That's going to allow them to catch up to us. Here comes Marlin. Ooh, boy. Really loose into the turns now. Here comes Sterling Marlin. Marlin's going to look high. We're going to come up to cover. Break the draft a little bit down the back straightaway. Come back up to cover. Ooh, boy, still loose into the turns as we come down in front of Sterling Marlin, cutting it real close. We managed to hold him off, and that broke the momentum a little bit, and here comes Dale Earnhardt Jr. Dale Earnhardt Jr. to the inside of Sterling Marlin. He completes the pass. Dale Jr. has now moved into the second spot. Jeff Gordon is working his way into third. Sterling Marlin got hung on the outside. He's hung out to dry there. He's going to lose several positions before he can get back in line. He's now battling side by side for fourth. There we see we're using that tactic where we come down to the bottom of the racetrack and break the draft. Work our way up top, then come back down to the bottom. Jeff Gordon looking high and looking low on Dale Earnhardt Jr. Trying to make a move, trying to work his way into the second position. As Marlin has been able to work himself back up into the top 3, as he's now along the outside of Jeff Gordon. He's got help out there. Halfway on fuel, the tires are getting a little bit worn. The question is, when do pit stops happen? Managed to pull a little bit of a gap between us and that pack as they battle. Using that tactic of breaking the draft, like I said before, we'll just run a different line so they can't get a draft off of us. Pit stops are already happening. Many cars already going a lap down. Going to have to be very careful here. We're going to have to try to extend it as much as we can. And then the other question will be 4 tires or 2. The tires are already worn. So we're looking, ooh boy. The 55 car took our line away a little bit. That's going to allow them to catch up to us. So we finally get to work our way around the 55. Jeff Gordon is moving down into the second spot. Here comes Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon right on our back bumper. All the way over the back, all the way down the back straightaway. That zigzagging allowed him to lose some momentum though. Bobby Hamilton is kind of getting in the way of these leaders here. I believe the strategy is going to be able to pit around lap 10. Got it a little bit loose off of turn 4 that time.
Keep running that line. That lap was fast.
Using the draft of Jeff Burton to get by and pull a little bit away from Jeff Gordon. Tires are very worn now. We have to be very careful. Make these turns as smooth as possible. Although the rights are wearing a little bit more than the lefts. So the question is, can we get away with a 2-tire stop like we did in the 500?
The leaders are coming into pit.
Leaders are coming in.
That's another 5 points for leading the most laps.
10 bonus points total. 1 for leading a lap, 5 for leading a lap, and 5 for leading the most laps of the race. As we get really low on fuel, we're going to go ahead and bring it down pit road this time by. Leaders have already pitted. And I believe we're going to go ahead and make the gamble for a 2-tire stop. Here we go, slowing down through the tri-oval. Coming down pit road to make our first and only pit stop of the day. And we will replace right side tires only. And we'll bump the tire pressure up a little bit to give us a little more, make the tires a little more rigid, make them last a little bit longer. As the crew fills it up with fuel, and we are out and away.
There's traffic. Take it easy. Clear on both sides.
Drop back to 13th place, but that's okay.
Pit road is getting busy. The leaders are heading in.
Leaders are heading down pit road. The rest of the pack should be making their way in right now. Which means we should cycle around to the lead this time by. A lot of clean air out here. And all we have to do is make it 5 more laps on these old left side tires.
5 more laps.
5 laps to go, this time at Daytona. There's Jeff Gordon coming off pit road. And we should be able to get out in front of him with a pretty healthy lead.
You're out in front. All clear, buddy.
And we've done it. We've taken the lead back over at Daytona. Looking for our second win of the NASCAR Thunder 2003 Let's Play. If it were to come here, it would be the Daytona sweep. A feat that has not been accomplished since the late 80s by the Allisons. By Bobby Allison himself.
Wow, you're fast.
4 laps to go here at Daytona. Can we make it? Will the tire hold? We just have to be as smooth as possible and not put any undue strain on the tires. With this clean air, this should help out a great deal because we don't have to block anybody and we don't have to zigzag around the track to try to keep guys behind us. We've got full clean air. We can run our line and just be as smooth as possible. 3 to go. Going into turn 1 at 193 miles per hour. Left front seems to be holding really well. But the left rear should start to wear out soon. Running a little bit higher of a line in turns 3 and 4. Come down and diamond the corner. Two to go, this time by. Pulled out far ahead of Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon was not able to get up to speed in time to be in any type of contention. Clean racetrack ahead of us and behind us. Things are getting intense as the right front is now starting to wear again. Now reaching speeds of 194 miles per hour, going into turns 3 and 4. As we come to the tri-oval, it will be 1 lap to go. Here we go. 1 lap to go. Final lap at Daytona. Time to settle the Pepsi 400. Will the tires hold? Can we be a repeat winner? Can we be the first person to complete the Daytona sweep since 1987 with Bobby Allison? Down the back straightaway for the final time. Here we come. Through turns 3 and 4. Off turn 4 for the final time. Coming through the tri-oval. And we will complete the Daytona sweep here at the Pepsi 400.
Awesome drive.
Jeff Gordon comes in second. Ricky Rudd in third, followed closely by Dale Earnhardt Jr. Unbelievable. A feat that has not been done since Bobby Allison. So we're coming around to do our Polish victory lap. If there was ever a track that we could win at, it was going to be Daytona. And what a place to win. Running a special rendition of our paint scheme for our sponsors this July 4th weekend, which is the best thing we could do to try to emulate Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s paint scheme that he ran in 2015. And yes, I'm aware that Jimmy Johnson did complete the sweep in 2014. 2013 he completed the sweep, but I'm going by the NASCAR year that this is in, and this is the 2004 year for this particular season. So I'm saying that Bobby Allison was the last one that won it. As we pay tribute to the fans, finally getting a second win after we've tried so hard and come close quite a few times. We've had good races and bad races. This has been one heck of an up and down season. That to come back and win here just means a lot. Slow it down for the fans. And I believe it's about time to put some dirt on the car in classic Daytona fashion. Let's turn some donuts in the grass. There we go. All right. Oh yeah, smoked it up. Smoked the engine a little bit there too. Think it's all right. Go ahead, bring it down pit road. And enter the victory lane at Daytona International Speedway for the second time this year.
Not a single caution lap was run in the whole race.
You know, that's pretty amazing. It says a lot about the quality and true talent of these NASCAR Winston Cup drivers.
The CarQuest car doesn't look any different than when he started this race.
Well, it's going to be a happy crew when they get back to the shop. They can immediately go to work on next week's car without having to worry about fixing anything from this race, and that makes for a much less stressful atmosphere.
From all of us here at EA Sports and MRN, we hope you enjoyed tonight's race. So long, we'll see you next week at the Chicagoland Speedway.
All right. It has been so long since we've been to Victory Lane. It's finally good to get a win again. Prestige, good sponsor income, good happiness bonus. Let's go ahead and go through the race stats. As we are the winners of the Pepsi 400 here at Daytona International Speedway. Jeff Gordon will run in second, Ricky Rudd in third, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in fourth, and Kevin Harvick rounds out the top five. Mark Martin in sixth, Bobby Labonte in seventh, eighth is Sterling Marlin, ninth is Ryan Newman, and rounding out the top 10 is Tony Stewart. And you can go ahead and view the rest of the race stats, pick out your favorite driver. $186,000 for the race, no cautions, 2 lead changes, time of race 13:28, average speed of 178.3 miles per hour, and the margin of victory almost 4.5 seconds over Jeff Gordon. That's what 2 tire changes will do. That is the gamble that got us the win here at Daytona. Alright guys, so here are the point standings. As you can see, we have actually moved up 2 spots in the points, and we've worked our way back in the top 20 by winning here at Daytona. Dale Earnhardt Jr. still maintains the points lead. He is now 122 points ahead of second place Dale Jarrett. Jeff Gordon is third, 183 points back. Fourth is Mark Martin, 190 points back. And rounding out the top 5 is Rusty Wallace, 297 points back. And 10th place is still Bobby Labonte, 512 points back. And we go ahead and view the awards for the week. The pole award goes to us, and the front runner award goes to us for leading the most laps of the race. Moving up the most spots of the race will go to Jamie McMurray, so he wins $3,000 for that. Kevin Harvick logged the fastest lap of that race, and he wins $5,000 for it. Casey Good was the rookie of the race. He wins $2,000, and the most exciting pass of the race goes to Bobby Labonte. He wins $3,000. So all in all, definitely a good showing. Definitely redemption from Sonoma after the bad gamble just kind of bad gamble made for a bad race for us. But the gamble paid off this time around with 2 tires, and we were able to get our victory, our second win of the NASCAR Thunder 2003 Let's Play. It feels extremely good, and I'm so happy right now. Even though I'm not showing, even though you don't hear it in my voice a lot, I am definitely super happy that I got this win, and it makes things a whole lot easier for us, and we can go ahead and start getting into more R&D and doing, just improving the car a whole lot more. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being patient and showing this series a lot of support. And if you like these videos, I do them every Sunday following the NASCAR season. And I think as you can see, the next race is at Chicagoland. So I will see you in Chicago.